So serial peripheral interface SPI. So SPI is a full duplex communication and very high speed. So what is full duplex? So there is a transmitter and receiver. So it can send and receive the data in both sides. It's a bidirectional one. So but it can send and data simultaneously. Means it can send the data and receive data. Even receiver also can send the data, receive data. Even the process is moving. Both can do the operation. This is full duplex, like telephone conversation. That's an example for full duplex communication. So it is very high speed, and the serial peripheral interface (SPI) is a master and slave type protocol. It provides simple and low cost interface between microcontroller and its peripherals. So transmitter and receiver clock. So transmitter send the data to receiver, and there is a clock and data. The SPI interface bus commonly used for interfacing microprocessor and microcontroller with memory like WPROM. Real-time clock, analog to digital, digital to analog converter, LCD audio sensors, and like process temperature, memory cards like MMC, SD cards, even other microcontroller. This SPI interface bus commonly used all these applications, all these devices. UART, Universal Asynchronous Transmitter Receiver, is common serial port, and here there is no clock signal. So it is asynchronous communication. The SPI, uh, you know, the serial peripheral interface, but it is asynchronous communication. For asynchronous, what is synchronous? What is asynchronous? Asynchronous means there is no clock. There is no clock means that is asynchronous communication. There is no control over the data. The clock, there is no control over the whether the transmitter are receiving or sending the data in asynchronous part. For synchronous or distance communication, synchronous or serial communication would be better choice. Actually, they are explaining about what is asynchronous, what is synchronous. Asynchronous, there is no clock and there is no clock control. So if even the short range, if there is no clock control, then their control over the data is not good. So we need clock for synchronous serial data communication. That is the best choice. They said. So SPI synchronous typical serial communication, it must uses dedicated clock signal to synchronize the transmitter and receiver, like master slave speaking in SPI terms. How SPI works? That serial peripheral interface was developed by Motorola at 1980s as a standard low the cost and reliability interference between microcontroller. The microcontrollers by Motorola at the beginning and the peripheral ICs. The SPI protocol, the devices are connected in a master and slave. The relationship in a multi-point interface. Consider a master of the bus usually in microcontroller, and then peripheral IC, and then other microcontrollers are considered as a slave. That SPI having master and slave. The microcontroller usually used that it's a master of bus, and slave they used peripheral and other microcontroller. Then SPI protocol, there can be only one master but many slaves. In SPI protocol, they having only one master and many slaves. So SPI bus consists of four signal or pins there. So what are the pins and four signals? Master, in and out, master in, slave, master out. So MOSI, master out, slave in, and master in, slave out, and serial clock and chip select. So master processor and slave processor as a peripheral, how the data sending and receiving that's shown in the figure. See, if there is a one processor, one peripheral, this is the way they will be connected. Because master in and out, the connection how they will be transmitting master to slave and slave to master. So if it is more than one slave, how they will be connected with the master? This is shown in the diagram. So previously we know that MOSI is connected to all the processes. Similarly, the acknowledgement that coming node that slave to master, that is also connected with the MISO. See, this is the one. So this FI bus implemented four signals or wire. Sometimes we can there's a four wire interface. So SPI protocol, and then we explain how the wire working. So master and slave, how it will be working. There is a Q register and clock is there, but because of synchronization. So MOS, MISO, SCK, double S. So advantages of SPI. SPI is very simple to implement and hardware requirements are complex are not complex. As advantage support full duplex communication at all the times and very high speed of the data transfer and no need for individual address for the slaves as CC and CS and SS is used. Only one master device is used to support, hence there is no chance of conflicts. Clock from the master is configured based on the speed of the slave and disadvantage. Each additional slave required additional dedicated pin. So there is no acknowledgement the mechanism and hence there is no confirmation of receipt of the data. So slowest device and the speed of transfer. There are no official standard, hence it is used for the application specification specific implementation, and there is no flow control. So these are the disadvantage of SPI. Yeah, thank you.